Welcome. You are our first American Song Contest participant to have a video interview, and
All
you're
right.
from Virgin Islands.
Yes.
Are you excited for participating?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm actually, it's being broadcasted all over national television, so there's no
And
reason not to.
it's all over the world, actually. Actually, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
how come did you decide to enter this kind of contest?
Um, I like the fact that it's based upon your own music, and your own style. You're not singing someone else's song. I like the whole Eurovision style of it. I'm a big fan of Eurovision. Big up to Eurovision. And I like the vibes. That's why I joined. Well, I love the fact that it's, first of all, I'm all about, peace and love. And I like the fact that, they did it to bring the countries together. And that's the most important part of it. And then I like the fact that you get to experience different cultures and how they express themselves musically.
And you have a background in music from the age of 5, right?
Yeah, from a very young age, yes.
How come? Because I'm reading in one of your interviews that everyone in your family was engineer or
Yeah.
yes, but somehow something made you go to a different way. What was that?
Well, my dad's side of the family, my father's side of the family, they're heavily into music. So my dad was part of a salsa band, a Latin salsa band back in the days, and him and his brother. My dad played the keyboards and he sang, and then his brother drummed. So, growing up on the island, when I would go to visit my dad, because my mom and my dad were separated, and when I would go to visit my dad, they would have the keyboards there and the drums, and I would just go and just start playing around. And then he would come and say, "Hey, this is the F key and this is the E, minor, and this is how you play and you make your notes." And my sister was a singer as well, so she's my older sister, and she's like 11, 12 years older than me. So as a kid, I would see her, at pageants and talent shows, and she was really good. And that was my first experience of seeing, you know, someone in my family, like my sister, was really heavily into making music and dancing and all that stuff as well. So that was a great inspiration for me.
Your breakthrough in the music industry came in 2011, or am I wrong?
Well, I started really taking strides in the music in 2011 when I created my first album. And I'm not like the most traditional artists, musicians. Actually, I went to college and I did the whole 4 years. And, once you get out of college, you got to get a job and, all that stuff. So I wasn't just like heavily into music. Even though I was talented and I had fans and all that stuff, going to college, while I was in college, I was performing around the city where I was going to college. And I was a celebrity in the city of the state of Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. And that is when after I graduated, I left Ohio and I went to New York, where the culture is more diverse. And being a Caribbean artist, I started to hang around a lot of other Caribbean people. And then from there, I moved on to like Florida, the state of Florida. Then I moved back to the Caribbean. And when I moved back to the Caribbean is when I worked on my first album. And, my family, I told my mom, I said, man, I know I got all these college loans and I got this stuff going on, but I really want to do music. And I did her the favor of, not the favor, but she wanted me to go to college. She wanted me to graduate. And my dream was to be Not because I went to school to be an artist. I'm a designer and an artist. Um, so it all kind of coincided, and she led me around. She led me down the right path, and that all it all made sense as I created my own independent label, and I was able to create my own artwork. I was able to do my own videos, and my dad teaching me how to make, play the keyboards. I was able to produce my own music. So it all made sense. It was all a part of God's plan, and that eventually turned into me creating my first album called Temperature Rise, and I got a lot of publicity for that album in 2011. I charted on numerous charts
And so got
independently.
an award from L3 magazine, right?
Yes, L3 Magazine. Actually, the L3 Magazine award came before the album dropped.
Hmm.
And it was funny because I actually got the award from a song. It was a mixtape song called People Are Cry. It was a reggae track. And
Hmm.
that song actually blew up. So, like I said, it was destined by God for me to do this. So, I'm happy.
When it comes to your music style, though, you seem to prefer soca more than reggae, right?
Well, actually, I love reggae. Reggae is my first love. And then dancehall. So one of my biggest tracks is with Midnight Band Aki Beka, which he's big internationally, and he passed away about 3 years ago. But he's one of the biggest reggae artists to ever live, and he saw something in me, and we did a song called "In the Spirit." We're from the same island, so that was like I was into the roots and culture reggae music for a while, and then I started to break into the dance hall of
Mhm.
Jamaica. Traveled to Jamaica a couple times, and from there, um, my dad came to me one day and he was like, he said, "You're Latin." He said, "You're Spanish." He said, "Why don't you do Spanish music?" And I said, "Well, you're right. Maybe I should." And on my second album, Soul Rebel, which won an award here in Los Angeles for Best Reggae Album at the Indie Music Awards, I started to incorporate Spanish into my reggae and my dancehall. And that's when everything started to explode. And then I did a song with Beanie Man, Grammy Award winning Jamaican artist Beanie Man. We did a song together called Be Mine about 2 years ago. And I did the Spanish part of it. He did the dancehall, and that exploded on the international scene as well. It charted in numerous countries, and my manager, Errol Ajani, um, well, not my manager. He's more of like a co-producer. We work together, and he helps me out once in a while. He takes phone calls, and he helps me out, gives me advice. And we came together and we was like, you know what, you should really explore just doing this Latin dancehall thing. And I toured numerous countries doing it. Then I did Toa Toa, which is
Yes.
another song, like you said, bright colors with the animals in the jungle. Did that with a celebrity whose name is Amaro La Negra, and she's frequent on TV, and that exploded well, along with my pop track like this, where I'm switching from Spanish to dancehall. So I call it more. It's more like Latin dancehall, So, but the track that I'm doing, with the American Song Contest, which no one has heard it yet.
Yes, it's our next topic. Yes, tell me about it. Take it on
Yeah,
your
so
own. Yeah.
yeah, so that song is a mixture of Latin dancehall with an American feel and some funk. It is out of this world. It's something that no one has ever heard before. It is very unique. And I wanted to bring that to this stage. I wanted to be, when I made the song, I said, I want to do something that people are going to just go
Talk
crazy
about
over, you
this.
know? And that's what we did. So the song, when you guys hear it, is full of energy. but it also has an American feel to it. So it gives it a vibe where anyone could listen to it. If you're Latin, if you're from the Caribbean, if you're from Europe, if you're from America, when you hear it, it's gonna be like, man, that is good.
Mm, when you compete, what are you preparing on stage? I don't want details. I just want to know, is it going to be spectacular? Is it going to be full of dancers? Are you going to be solo? I don't think that you're going to be solo, but anyway,
So,
I'm just asking.
so I'm gonna tell you this: if you're familiar with Caribbean Carnival,
Yes?
yeah, we're gonna be bringing that to the main stage. So if you could imagine a Caribbean Carnival, that is what we're gonna be doing.
Is it? When you were chosen to participate in this contest, okay, what was your family's reaction?
Oh, my mom is excited. And as an artist already, I've defeated a lot of odds. Coming from the Virgin Islands, we only have 100,000 people. People don't really, the world doesn't really look at us for music like other places. We're very unknown. The sound is unknown. So it's just a great deal for myself and for the islands, and not only for the Virgin Islands but for the Caribbean as well, um, to take this Caribbean music to the world.
Imagine, for example, that you can break any rule of the American Song Contest and you can bring something on stage that will bring you good luck. What would that be?
Oh man, my personality, man. I don't go anywhere without it.
You've said you've been following the Eurovision Song Contest. Which songs have been depicted in your mind?
Um, I actually, I saw the practice for, I forgot her name, but it's the singer from Spain.
Ah, this year,
This year,
Chanel.
she's really good. I don't know
Yeah,
her name, but she could dance, and
Chanel.
I was like, oh,
Her
she's
name
really.
is Chanel. Yes,
What's her name?
Chanel.
Chanel, hit me up. I want to do a song with you. That
That's
is.
so that's so amazing. Okay, I want to ask one last thing. Imagine that I'm not a journalist. I'm not familiar with the contests. I'm just a TV viewer in the US.
Yeah.
Why should I vote for you during your live performance?
You should vote for me because I represent diversity. And as we watch a lot of the comments online, a lot of people don't know how diverse America is, especially with the territories. It's a culture shock. It's something that it's out of the norm, and it's something that needs to be highlighted. It's a forgotten people. It's a forgotten culture. It's something, like I said, it needs to be highlighted. And if you vote for me, um, and if you vote for anyone on the show, God bless anyone on the show. But voting for me, you're definitely voting for the underdog. We come from the small islands. We don't have the big population. A lot of people don't know us. They don't know what to expect. So, definitely right now, I'm watching the odds, and the bigger states, they have the bigger odds of winning. And even though all of us are talented, it's definitely gonna boil down to fan base and you know the unknown. So vote for the unknown, man, and big up the unknown. Ah, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Yo, big up to everybody in Europe. Um, you don't know, for the gal, let me know. Cruz rock, roca. Gala wine,
Rock.
me gala wine. Do it and I can we now waste time. That's a little part. That's a little part of my
Oh,
song.
you just gave us a scoop then.
Oh,
Yes,
let's go.
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Bless.